And there will be a Santa Claus at the building, at the Juniata Civic Center from 5 to 6. So if you want, there's no cost with this. This is there's no gimmick, there's no money-making grab for us. We just wanted to give back to the community and, more importantly, Imagine family.
But there's no man on Odin's green earth that has ever beaten me twice in a row. So Beastman, if your zookeepers or whatever they call themselves can get this message to you, I challenge you on December the 11th to a second fight.
People would call an upset.
Question. I know what you're going to ask. I know what you're going to ask. You're going to ask about last Saturday, right? Last Saturday.
Last Saturday was a fluke. It was a fluke and everybody knows it. We were cheated out of that tournament. We should be the kings of the mountain. The Watch. They weren't even a legal man. Lenny wasn't even legal. They didn't even make a legal tag in that ring. They shouldn't have even been in that match.
Right? But I'll tell you this, Jimmy the Hippie thinks he can get involved in what I want to get involved in. I'm going to get with Lance Payne. I'm going to stop riding the John Deere at home. I'm going to get out the weed whacker, put in the work, and I don't know where the road goes from here. But I have a feeling it goes right through that mountain that Jimmy the Hippie's always talking about.
What I'm wondering is, now that I'm king, shouldn't big-time Bill Collier be bowing to me? He might be big-time, but I'm the king.
December 11th, we're running through the wall. We climbed one mountain. It was a very small mountain to get that cup. And now we have this big mountain to climb. And it starts with Sega and Valor. Jake?
Every Rad Boyz match is like our favorite 90s Nickelodeon shows. You got the same characters, but different stories.
We were lucky. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times we had to go back and forth with the athletic commission to not have you fired, to not for us to lose our license. The pile driver is off limits. You dropped neighbor John on his head last Saturday night in Hastings.
Oh, maybe.
Oh!
Wait, here comes.
What's this? The hippie! What's he gonna do? He's gonna get his revenge! He's gonna get his comeuppance!
Hold on!
He's gonna power drive the good neighbor! Oh no!
He's gonna pile drive him!
He's up!
There he goes!
Oh, he's down! Oh, wow! Spike the good neighbor right on his head!
This is what we worked out with the athletic commission. After tonight, you won't be on the rest of the Wednesday night Imagine Live shows for the rest of the year.
I guess an apology's in order. And I don't apologize to John Ross. This doesn't mean that I'm wrong and that John's right, but this means that I value this relationship more than my own ego. I apologize to the Imagination. I apologize to you, Cato. I apologize to the State Athletic Commission, and I accept my punishment.
You will be there December 11th. You will be fighting neighbor John Ross. I cannot emphasize this enough, man. Pile driver, no. Referee attacks, no. None of that. We on the same page? Referee Discretion. He could have disqualified him there. I think he'd have been well within his rights to do so. Ah, come on.
Come on, Mike. I know you don't have that much experience. Come on, get some control here.
Oh! What do we got here? 1, 2, 3. We got a winner. Yes, sir. We got a winner. Rad Boyz. Braden Ellis specifically picking up a big win. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we got here?
A little bit of dissension in the ranks here, Cato.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Things are getting a little bit out of hand. John Ross's shirt's almost all completely unbuttoned.
Wow. John Ross talked about things going sideways here. And man, oh man, I'll tell you what.
Malachi Gage just walked out on his tag team partner.
Boom! Boom, baby. We're live, all the way live. It is Wednesday. You know what that means. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm loving life. I hope that you can say the same. Tonight we got a lot going on. But before we get to that, before we get through all the stuff, you may notice an empty chair here next to me. Big Lenny's not feeling real great. Had a lot going on tonight. Was not able to make it. So we have a, I guess you'd say very special guest. It's a nice way of putting it, I suppose. Let's go ahead and our special guest commentator of the evening, let's go ahead and bring him in right now. He is the ace, Oscar Maverick. Oscar Maverick, thank you for being here. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling all right. Can't complain. But
okay.
Sticking a live microphone.
Seems like a bad idea.
It might be. It might not be. We'll see how it goes. I think
it's
a great idea.
We are a PG show. Just keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind. As the evening
progresses. So tonight we got a lot going on. Before we get any further, though, do me a favor right now. Take a minute. Give the show a thumbs up. It helps us a lot. Go ahead and comment. I see a lot of comments already, and as always, we'll be taking a little time a little later on and go ahead and read some of those comments. And give this video a share. If you don't want to do it right now because you don't want to miss a second of this guy, you can go ahead and do that at the end of the show. We do appreciate everybody take some time to share. I think you can do both at the same time. I'm not a doctor. I'm not knowledgeable in sharing and watching at the same time.
So the only thing I will add to that, make sure that you also hit the bell icon to the right of the subscribe. That way you get notified anytime Imagine Live or Imagine Wrestling posts on YouTube.
There you go. Very insightful information from the ace Oscar Maverick tonight.
See, I can be helpful.
Somewhat, I guess. Tonight on the show, we're going to hear from Bill Collier, the main event, Spencer Slade. Plus, we have a full look ahead to this Saturday's show. Big show this Saturday. Holy
huge.
Cow. In studio, we're going to hear from the Alpha, Rick Matthews. Kimchi is back for the first time in a very long time.
Exciting.
The Rad Boyz. Be excited about that? The Coach Lance Payne is here. You excited about that?
Yeah, that's, I think, worthwhile being excited for.
The neighbor, John Ross, and Daniel Exotic, and more. Plus, in the main event, originally advertised as Malachi Gage defending the Imagine Live title against Jake Wiley. Unfortunately, Malachi Gage, once he found out that the Alpha Rick Matthews was going to be here tonight, decided to bail on the show. So some real problems there. Real problems within the neighborhood. Something you may have some insight in?
At this current time, we are not going to discuss neighborhood business.
Okay.
We're going to keep that on the top secret level of clearance. And unfortunately, you and most of the Imagine family do not have the clearance to know that.
I feel like I probably would have the clearance for that.
You'd think that, but no.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, if I don't know who would. But anyway, so instead, he will be fighting the returning for the very first time in a very long time, Kimchi. Always an interesting night to see Kimchi in action. That is a weird, wild man from Uganda.
Hey, you got it right. He's actually, you didn't say Kenya this time.
Okay, well, I'm learning. I can be taught. Real quick, before we get into our first video for the evening, I want to talk about December the 11th, the Volume 22, biggest show. This tag team match at the end of the night is going to just, it's going to be nothing like it in the world. This could I said it last week, and I legitimately believe this is a match that could main event a WWE pay-per-view. I mean, it's just four guys, the best tag team literally on the independents against two of the best singles wrestlers in all of the world. This is where you're going to see it, right here in our little town of Altoona, Pennsylvania.
I said it last month that Bill Collier, Spencer Slade was the match not to miss of all time, and I think this eclipses that even. You're taking the best tag team, arguably not even in just the Northeast, but in the entirety of the nation, and putting them against two of the absolute best singles competitors to ever grace the independent circuit. I think it is a match made to main event anywhere.
We literally have 6 VIP left. If you wanted VIP, you're almost out of time. There'll be plenty of general admission left, but the VIP are essentially gone. If you want some, I would order them tonight because they're going to be gone before Saturday rolls around here. Just a little more information. If you haven't heard already, if you're tuning in for the first time, you haven't been on our social media, Santa Claus will be there at the building, the Juniata Civic Center, from 5 to 6 o'clock, and that is 100% free. You don't even need to come to the show later on. If this is something you wanted to do, you want to get your picture taken with Santa Claus. Get your kids in there with Santa Claus. From 5 to 6, we are going to have a professional Santa Claus in the ring to take pictures with kids. We're going to set them down in a chair because Santa's old. I mean, literally like 1,000 years old.
Maybe even older than that.
Could be. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. But the one thing I'd say is this is a professional Santa Claus. This isn't just some guy thrown in a suit. This guy came directly from the North Pole. And but seriously, he's a legitimate Santa Claus, and he does this around the area, and we're excited to have him. But I can't emphasize this enough. This isn't and it isn't a gimmick. This isn't any type of game. If you want your kids' pictures taken with Santa Claus, or you know somebody that wants to get their kids' pictures taken with Santa Claus but doesn't want to pay to go to the mall to get their picture taken, you can come to the Juniata Civic Center from 5 to 6, get the picture taken. Once we're done with all that, we're going to clear everybody out, and then we'll start letting fans in at 6 o'clock. As soon as we get everybody cleared out, and get fans into their seats then immediately after. I'm excited about this. This is, this is, to me, is what Imagine Wrestling's all about, is giving back to the kids and the community, and I love it.
Hey, you can't beat that. I mean, Imagine Wrestling is giving back to the communities, to the children, to even the adults even. This is a family-friendly product that you can bring to your kids to that isn't going to insult your intelligence with its wrestling either.
A bit of breaking news just literally happened today. One match has been changed for this Saturday, and it's still in the video package, and we'll talk about it again later, but James Sega has been diagnosed with COVID, so he will not be there. Vince Valor has opted to sit it out as well. If his partner can't be there, he doesn't want to be there. So it's breaking news for the Rad Boyz. I'm curious to see what they think and what they want to do. And as far as I know, they're still going to be there Saturday. We're going to talk to them real soon. Another guy we talked to after the last show, we had a great piece of information. We want to talk to him right now. Let's go ahead and, Gelman, let's play that video by Bill Collier.
Hello, wrestling fans. My name is Abraham Klein. My guest at this time is the Imagine Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, big time Bill Collier. Collier, tonight you had an amazing match with Spencer Slade. An amazing match, but at the end you came out the victor. But before the show was over, the main event came out, and they challenged you and Spencer for their tag team champions. What are your thoughts about all that?
Never mind my thoughts. How are you doing, Abraham?
I guess I'm doing pretty well.
Fantastic. Now on to my thoughts. Tonight was one of the toughest matches I've ever had at Imagine Wrestling. Spencer Slade took me to the absolute limit. When you dig down deep in your gut, you find out what you're really made of. Spencer Slade is made of all the right stuff that makes a champion. So if I'm going to challenge the main event for the tag team championship, I want a championship caliber partner. So Spencer Slade, big time Bill Collier versus the main event right back here at Imagine Wrestling. And what I say earlier, Imagine Wrestling is going to give you a big time main event. And when we're done, it'll be big time Bill Collier, Spencer Slade, the new Imagine Wrestling tag team champions. We'll see you then, Abraham.
Sir. All right, well, this has been Abraham Klein from Imagine Wrestling saying thanks for watching.
There you go. You heard from Bill Collier. He's excited about this big match on Saturday, as we all are. Another guy that I'm curious to see how he feels about this Saturday night coming up. My first guest for the evening, in the hospital last Wednesday, back here again tonight, Coach Lance Payne. Come on in. Coach, okay, I was hoping they'd take that whistle away from you, have it surgically removed. How you doing? How you feeling? Where's your mind at right now?
The coach always feels great. It's just that last week, from all the stress and all the anxiety caused by the hippie, you know, I couldn't go on anymore. I couldn't function right. But you know what? It's okay. It's all right. But I need to talk about something else before I get into it, about that stinking dirty hippie. I watched last week the Sideshow Psycho and the Alpha Male get into a little bit of, they had a little bit of tension last week. But see, I got a question for everyone out there that's watching in imagination. What does these names have in common? Jordan and Pippen, Kobe and Shaq, the Sideshow Psycho and the Alpha Male. I'll tell you what those names have in common. It's always been a time where teams get and run into tension. But see, these guys are athletes. They're gods. They can overcome all the tension because of one thing, winning. And I believe in the watch that this Saturday they'll start those winning ways again. The neighborhood will be back together like this. Now, let's talk about that dirty, stinking hippie that had me in the hospital last week. I seen what you did to John Ross. I also seen that you're banned from Imagine Wrestling. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Imagine Live from the dojo. That's just one. One more thing that me and the great neighbor John Ross has done to get you closer to being banned fully and completely from Imagine Wrestling. And this Saturday, I'm going to come down to the ring with the great neighbor John Ross, and I'm going to make sure that this Saturday is the last time, not just for 2021, but forever. You will never see that dirty, stinking hippie again.
All right, there you go. A lot on the coach's mind there. The goal has been clear for these guys for a long time. They want rid of Jimmy the Hippie, but here at Imagine, we love Jimmy the Hippie, and we wish him well. We can't wait to have him back here on Wednesday night. We can't wait to see him in action this Saturday. A guy who's been in a lot of action and some sort of wild action just last week. We have our next guest right now. He is the Alpha, Rick Matthews. Alpha, come on in. Alpha, it was an interesting last Wednesday. A great team. You and Malachi Gage ran into some problems. Now I'm told Malachi Gage was supposed to be here tonight, and the rumors that I'm hearing, he didn't show up because he knew you were going to be here. What's your thoughts? What are you thinking?
Well, first things first, Cato, to say that I'm disappointed by how last week turned out is an understatement. To say that I'm frustrated, confused over what happened, what transpired last week, is an absolute understatement. You see, me and the Sideshow Psycho for the past 6 months have gone toe-to-toe. Oscar Maverick said it best, with one of the best teams in the entire nation, one of the best tag teams in the entire nation. And we took championships from them. And we defended them month after month after month. And then for everything to play out the way that it did last week in that ring, it's insane. It's insanity. I know he's a psycho, but this don't check out. And I came here today to get some answers. I came here today to talk to Malachi Gage and sort through this stuff. Because Saturday, we have a match against Big Lenny and Danny Exotic. We got business to take care of this Saturday. We got to get back on track. And if I have to go in there at the Juniata Civic Association building on Saturday by myself and handle both of those guys, then I'm going to do it. But I'm going to keep trying to reach out to Malachi Gage and figure this out. One way or another, I'm getting answers.
There you are. A lot of turmoil within the watch. There's no doubt about that. It's a curious situation, and I'm anxious to see how it plays out. I think they're a strong team, and if they can get things sorted out, then they're pretty much unstoppable. Speaking of guys who mentally are unstoppable, let's go ahead and bring our next guest in. It's been a long time since we've seen him here. He's been sort of in and out, had some visa problems. He's back in the area again here. It's going to be interesting. I have been studying a bit of Ugandan. All right, here he is. Yes. Kimchi, you're going to have to speak very slowly because my Ugandanese is not very strong. Welcome back. You have you stepped up. You wanted a big fight tonight. You're getting Jake Wiley in the ring. What are your thoughts on Jake Wiley? What are your thoughts on the Rad Boyz? Where have you been? What is your mindset right now? Okay, so not a fan of the Bang Energy. You spit it out when you tried it. They have better energy drinks where you're from in Kenya. No, that was wrong. I'm sorry. I messed that up. That's my mistake. Uganda, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. My Ugandanese is very sort of wishy-washy. So, Kimchi, how do you like your chances in the ring tonight? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jam you in the eye with the microphone. So, if I'm getting this right, you plan on performing the death of 1,000 stabs, breaking his arm, and killing him? I got it? Great. So, Kimchi, you're a weird guy. There's specific rumors about who you may be under that mask. We've heard, Oscar Maverick's a big dirt sheet guy. He reads all the dirt sheets. He had heard that you may be not even from Africa. You may be Lebanese. Slow that down. Was that yes? That's right. No. Okay. All right. Can you say it slower for me? All right. Okay. Well, I didn't get all that. I can tell you though, fans, Kimchi here, very dangerous man. I imagine there's some dangerous tape underneath that glove there that Jake Wiley better watch out for tonight. Kimchi, I appreciate your time tonight. Good luck in the ring. Please don't stab me. Oh, okay. This is a very old school worker handshake. This is from the 1930s when Kimchi was born. That's the way you shook hands in the wrestling business back then. So, hey, anyway, we have that was weird. I'm sorry. My Ugandanese not great. Right now, let's go ahead and take a minute. Let's hear from Duke Davis, Gannon Jones, the main event.
Hello, wrestling fans. My name is Abraham Klein, and right now I am joined with the Imagine Tag Team Champions, the main event. And gentlemen, tonight at Volume 21, you guys came out during what was the main event between Spencer Slade and Bill Collier after the amazing match that they had, and you guys set out a challenge to them for them to challenge you at next month's event. So, gentlemen, what really inspired you? Typically, people challenge the champions. You guys went out and put a challenge yourselves. What was your thoughts behind that?
We don't take our time. We go out there and we looking for the best tag team or two singles wrestlers to challenge. So to your point, why not challenge Spencer Slade and Big Time Bill Collier, the two best right now in this industry? That's what we do.
Look, honestly, we know that Spencer and Collier, they're not a tag team. But they've tagged before. We watched their matches, and we think that they have what it takes. We think that they'd be good opponents for us, for your new Imagine Tag Team Champions. So we took it into our own hands. We went out there after our match, and thanks to the gavel David Lawless, he planted the idea in our head to have a main event match in December in a tag team match. You know what? We took that idea and upped the ante. So, Bill Collier, Spencer Slade, we'll see you next month. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Abraham Klein for Imagine Wrestling saying thanks for watching.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. That was the main event. They sound great. They sound excited for this match. I know I'm excited for this match. You're not going to get a main event like that anywhere in the world. This is a big one coming up. We're going to talk a little more about it later on. Speaking of great tag teams, right now I want to bring to the interview area. Boy, they look wound up. They are wound up. They are the current tag team of the mountain. Brayton Elliott, Jake Wiley. How you guys doing tonight? How you feeling? The big news broke. Sega and Valor are out. I know you guys were looking forward to Redemption. Where's your mind at? What are you thinking about right now?
They're scared. They just don't want to face us again. What are you doing? People.
This is my angry face.
It doesn't matter. Sega, Valor, the rest of the roster. We're here. We're going to be there to fight. We're going to fight anyone. Anyone that comes through the curtain. We're the tag team of the mountain.
We're coming on Saturday. We're coming for a fight! Somebody better be ready.
And tonight, Kim, you're not going to kill me. I will never die!
Rad Boyz in the house!
There you go. We got a big match coming up. Jake Wiley against Kimchi here in just a few minutes. Apparently, Jake Wiley has no intention on dying tonight, which is a good thing. We don't want to see that in our general vicinity. Let's go ahead and bring to the interview area now. You got I got to wonder, after what happened last Wednesday night between the Watch, you guys have already beat them once. You guys maybe have a little bit of momentum on your side right now. How do you like your chances? I mean, you got to think they've went up in the last 7 days, you and Lenny against the Watch.
For me, Cato, I'm actually pretty glad about this kind of conversation going on right here about the Watch, because Alpha and Micah, we'll take on both of them. Or we'll even take on Alpha himself if they don't get this solved. So by this Saturday, if it's either Alpha or both of them, me and Big Lenny will gladly take them both on. Because we've already beat them once, and we'll gladly beat them again twice. So this Saturday, better be watching, because Big Lenny and Daniel Exotic are going to be there, and we're going to defeat the Watch again.
There you go, Daniel Exotic, all fired up with that wacky vest of his and his tagger-loving ways. Let's go ahead and bring our final guest to the all right, you're coming in jogging quickly here. Been a wild little week here for the neighborhood. I understand by the way of some of your social media, you've been training a lot the last week. Where are you at? What are you thinking? How do you fix the situation with the neighborhood?
Well, you're right, Cato. I have been training. Like I said, whenever I was here last week, I'm getting with Coach Lance Payne. I've been stopping to not riding my tractor so much and getting out and doing the work myself. But I came in here tonight with Lance Payne hoping to settle what was going on with the Watch. And we're still working on that. I can't be everywhere at once, but I'll tell you where I can be is I can be there this Saturday to face Jimmy the Hippie. I've been all over the place, and I think I've lost sight of what my mission was here as a good neighbor, which was to set an example for everybody. And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to set an example by going through with our plan to get Jimmy the Hippie banned and get this neighborhood back on our winning ways. I'm going to make the neighborhood great again.
There you go. Wants to be a good example. I'll tell you a guy who is a great example, and that is Spencer Slade. Let's go ahead and hear from Spencer right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, I'm standing here with Spencer Slade. Spencer, after an epic contest for the Imagine Heavyweight Championship with Big Time Bill Collier, the main event, the current Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champions came out and challenged you and Bill Collier to be their first opponents for their tag team championships on December 11th here at the Juniata Civics Association. What are your thoughts leading into that match?
Well, I just came off a 30-minute banger with one of the best wrestlers in the world, Big Time Bill Collier. And even though I came up short, I gave it everything that I had. Bill Collier knows exactly what he's getting when he steps in the ring with Spencer Slade. And I've got all the respect in the world for that man. And then come December 11th, TME, you guys are the best unsigned tag team in the world. But you have something around your shoulder that I want. And that's the Imagine Tag Team Championship. So next month, Big Time Bill Collier and I are going to take those tag team titles off of you. And you will fear the gear.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, that is Fear the Gear, Spencer Slade, and I'm DC Bentley, and you heard it from me.
Tell you what, a lot of people watching, a lot of people commenting. Last week, we had a single live record. 62 people were watching at the same time, which is it's a record on one of these Wednesday night shows. We're close to that right now. Mine's showing 58, so we might get there during this match. We'll have to see. A lot of people tune in at 7:30. They know that's when the match starts, so...
Jesus Christ.
Makes sense. All right, why you got to say that for?
Because I didn't realize how close we were.
All right, well,
mine's showing 31.
I mean, there's some religious folks out there.
My apologies.
Man, oh man, this guy. You put him on once. I said we were a PG show.
I didn't think that was bad. I apologize.
I feel like taking the Lord's name in vain is not a positive thing. This is why. I mean, kids these days. I mean, you beat them and they just don't listen.
Because that's PG.
Yes. Beating kids is fine.
That is not fine. In no way situation is that okay.
If they take the Lord's name in vain, it's fine to beat your children.
So now we're going
That's in the Bible.
Okay.
You know where else it's at? The dirt sheets.
Oh, God.
You love the dirt sheets, man. You're the big dirt sheet guy. You and, what's that guy's name? Dave Meltzer.
I don't even like that guy. Why do we keep bringing him up?
You're a big fan of that guy. Because you're a big fan of that guy.
I'm not a big fan of this man.
I want to talk about the show on Saturday, and you keep talking about nonsense. We have a big show coming up Saturday, and you want to go off about Dave Meltzer and how much you love him.
I'm not talking anything about Dave Meltzer. I would like to talk about this Saturday's show, too.
Well, I'll tell you what. We have, instead of us talking infinitely about the big show this Saturday, let's go ahead and take a minute right now. We got a video that highlights all the matches. Let's go ahead and play that right now, Gelman. Of course, like we mentioned earlier, one of those matches have now changed. We've lost Sega and Valor for the evening, but yeah, I think Rad Boyz said they're coming for a fight, and I fully expect to see them in action against someone.
I'd be interested. I'm interested, just like these fans are, to see who that's going to be, because I don't know that they're going to beat them. They lost last month. We'll have to see.
Let's talk about a few of these matches here. Lucio DeVere against Thomas Mathis. How do you see this thing sort of playing out?
I don't know, because it's interesting. I've got to take Lucio DeVere. I have to, because he's a journeyman. He's got the experience. He has that edge to him. And I just think Thomas Mathis isn't ready for it.
I don't know. Thomas Mathis is in literally the best shape of his whole life right now. I like his odds. I do know that Lucio DeVere has a ton of experience, has been a lot of places, knows a lot of moves. Holy cow, that guy knows moves. I mean, he knows so many moves. He's like a moves guy. Yeah, well, whether devastating or not, he knows a lot of moves. There's no disputing the sheer volume of moves that guy knows. Inside jokes. Beastman, he's going to be taking on Chris Coleman.
That's a huge individual.
That was an impromptu match in Hastings. We're getting Coleman has plenty of time to prepare this time, and holy cow, the ring barely survived up in Hastings. These guys are combined 800 pounds. They're massive human beings. You don't see guys this size that often, and they're going to be fighting each other this Saturday night.
I am taking Coleman.
Really?
I got to take my brother that I've already teamed with him.
Yeah.
We got history. They call him the world beater for a reason.
He's strong, man. He is a strong dude.
He has a fighter's mentality. You give him time to study, he's going to come out on top. I have a feeling. I'm going to go with Chris Coleman on this one.
I could go either way on this one. I really like both guys. I think there's a ton of potential. I think that I'm not particularly in love with the attitude of Coleman lately. But just in ring, both those guys are pretty fantastic, and I'm looking forward to this one. This is one of the matches I'm most looking forward to. Let's talk about Jimmy the Hippie and Neighbor John. I think that's an intriguing match. When we decided we were going to talk about these matches, I decided I was not going to play favorites, but it's difficult for me not to. I think that Neighbor John is really, and Lance Payne have set out to destroy the Neighbor or Jimmy the Hippie, and I have no idea why.
Why? He broke the coach's neck. Ended this man's career while he was on his upswing. And then he goes last month, or how long, 2 weeks in Hastings, and does an illegal maneuver. And what? This athletic commission just goes, we'll just ban him from only the lives. That man should be banned across the U.S. right now.
Okay, well, I mean, I will agree he should not have executed the pile driver. And I was the one that had to suffer the ramifications of the athletic commission and deal with that. I was lucky to negotiate it down to that. But I will say that, sometimes it's a little tit for tat. And, they've made him extremely they've backed Jimmy into a corner, and this is what's going to happen.
What corner have we backed him into?
Let's see. The neighborhood cost him the King of the Mountain tournament. They've got the Pound Driver banned. They've got him thrown off of this show. They've cost him victories unnecessarily. Just matches they're not even involved in. Dude, the neighborhood's been rotten to him, and I hope that I think this Saturday he's going to get the what's the word I'm looking for? The redemption that he's looking for. Let's Chris Sands and Alexander Apollo. Alexander Apollo has had Chris Sands' number the last 2 shows. He has taken it to Chris Sands. Chris Sands has left for a little while, said he went to learn a new hold. Let's see what happens. Hey, you can squint your eyes all you want. You had a rough time with Chris Sands this summer.
No.
Okay.
I lost because of myriads of reasons, none of which were indirectly or directly my fault.
I know where you're coming out on this one. The Watch versus Lenny and Daniel Exotic. Man, there's a lot of trouble in the neighborhoods, particularly in the Watch, and I think this is going to be a rough night for the neighborhood this weekend.
Absolutely not.
Across the board.
Absolutely not.
Across the board.
I disagree.
I can't wait to see what happens to the Rad Boyz, but of course, our big main event of the evening, the best tag team in the world, in my opinion. The main event is going to be taking on 2 of the absolute best singles wrestlers in the world, Spencer Slade and Bill Collier. How do you see this thing playing out?
I gotta go TME. They beat the Watch, who in turn beat them, and then they come back and beat them again. Tag team cohesiveness is the name of the game, and I know Bill Collier and Spencer Slade have teamed before. I understand that they are 2 of the best. But you take 2 gigantic human beings like TME, I have to side with TME on this one.
I just don't know, man. I think that it's really difficult to say. I agree with what you're saying, but if you told me I have to put money down on one team or the other, I don't know that I would want to.
I don't think I could. Like in any kind of a mindset, I don't know that I could put money down on either side because I really do think this could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, geez, this is a match that I think is going to change the landscape of Imagine Wrestling for all of 2022, and it really is a match that you do not want to miss.
Absolutely not.
Speaking of matches that I don't want to miss, I always get a kick out of this guy, Kimchi.
Hey,
so
he's good.
You know, he's a dastardly, old-timey type bad guy, which is my kind of thing. He's dastardly. Come on.
I don't know that dastardly is the word that I would use. I don't know what word I would use, but dastardly seems like it's too 1985 cartoony.
You don't think Kimchi is 1985 cartoony?
I don't know. It's like Dudley Do-Right
I don't know that there's
dastardly.
a real person under there. I think it's a series of raccoons in a trench coat.
What?
That's what's under the costume.
That's how.
Of
I want to
Kimchi.
know how.
I don't think it's a real person. I don't know, man.
You make my brain hurt sometimes.
Good. That brings me a lot of joy. Let's go ahead and shoot to the ring right now. First, he is from Uganda. Returning, he is Kimchi. Man, oh man, that guy's weird.
He might be weird, but he's effective.
If all the raccoons break apart and fight, never mind. His opponent, he is one half of the Rad Boyz. He is Jake Wiley. All right. You got a sweatshirt on tonight. It's a little cold in the old dojo tonight.
I mean...
accompanied by Braden Elliott. I know you're a big fan of these Rad Boyz, right?
Why would I be a big fan of these
Why
Rad
are you making
Boyz?
weird faces at me? Nobody can see you.
That's
You're not
fine.
on camera
I'm still
right
going
now.
to do it. I don't know why he keeps putting that
Ding,
headband
ding.
on
Oh,
either.
Jeremy's here tonight. There you go.
Hey,
Jeremy's
we got
our
a ref.
referee.
Kimchi does not look happy to be facing Jake Wiley.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's asking for... I mean, you're the one that speaks it. Is he asking for Braden Elliott to get kicked out?
He has to speak slowly because I can't grasp everything that he's saying.
No, we got ourselves a test of strength.
See how strong Kimchi is tonight? He has the power of 9 raccoons under that.
And I don't think
not quite
those-
enough to overpower.
Oh, wait!
The power of Bang. Oh, maybe it would be.
Maybe. It's interesting. Oh, whoa! What was that?
It's a nice counter into a headlock. Jake Wiley knows his way around the ring. That's the thing about Kimchi too. He knows his way around, but he's consistently using shortcuts. That's like a dastardly 1985 cartoon character.
Absolutely not. That was legal.
Wait, grabbing a guy's face is legal?
There's no rule against it. He didn't grab him in the eyes of the hair.
All right.
Whoa! What a shoulder tackle from Kimchi.
He's Look, I think if you underestimate Kimchi, you're gonna be disappointed because he can win matches. We've seen him do it before here.
here comes that. Whoa!
Kimchi he's quick out there. Boom! Caught him with a back elbow right to the side of the head, right near the temple area, and follows up with a drop kick on the other temple. He's Jake Wiley looks like he's picked out a body part to work out, and that is his temples. Oh, he went for a big super kick there, countered.
Oh! The Ugandan missile.
Yes, sir. That is a devastating move. I dig it, man. This I don't dig. I don't dig. The choking. I like.
We don't know that he was choking.
I mean, Jeremy was counting. He said stop choking, and he was counting. What do you mean you don't know if he was choking?
Okay, this
deep into his eyes, man. This all this guy does is cheat. He's a ridiculous human being if he is in fact a human being. And he poked him in the eyes. How can he be? Look, I get that Jeremy doesn't have a lot of experience as a referee, but at some point, nice little judo throw though. That's the thing about
1, 2.
Kimchi. The guy can fight.
He absolutely can, and you saw him after that.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's the red thumb tonight.
The red thumb of death.
Yes, sir. This is a problem.
This might end very quickly if he gets that.
Oh, he's jamming it. Is it in his eye again?
Is it?
Come on, referee. Oh my God. Count with some urgency. He's gouging his eyes out.
Look, I might be a bad guy that y'all like to claim me to be. Even I don't think that that's all right.
No, I mean, that's ridiculous. He's going to jam his eye out.
That, however, was perfectly legal.
When I was trying to get some translations earlier, I heard a bit from Kimchi.
What a knee drop!
He hates everything about the Rad Boyz. He hates the Rad Boyz. He really hates Rad Rex.
It seems like a weird thing to harbor hatred for.
I don't know, man. Oh, here comes that thumb again.
Oh no, this may spell doom for Jake. Oh!
Firing up. It's a good thing because he's about to lose an eye here the way this match is going.
That thumb.
He pulls him down by the hair. Give me a break, man.
Blows the ref off after the fact. And it seems as if Kimchi is trying to steal the King of the Mountain Tag Team Tournament trophy from them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Give him the old Garvin stomp around the ring. Do you know anything about Rugged Ronnie Garvin?
That I don't.
Why am I not surprised? Didn't you just start watching wrestling 3 weeks ago?
No, 2006.
Putting the old skull-crushing vice on him here. This is a devastating hold, man. We can make jokes all we want about Kimchi, but this guy, he knows some holds that have been forgotten to the course of time.
Ooh, a big headbutt.
There's rumors. Oh! Wow! That was dirty and devastating.
All at the same time.
He's catching him with
elbow strikes.
He's not defending himself. You might want to stop this match. I'll tell you what,
There's
I don't think
One,
Wiley
2
came into this match expecting this kind of a fight. Jake Wiley's in trouble, man. He did not, he was preparing for Malachi Gage, and last minute you're thrown in a fight with Kimchi. This is
nerve hold. He's got a nerve hold, Kato.
Devastating. Have you ever been put in a nerve hold like this?
I have not.
Would you like me to show you?
Absolutely not. Stay away from me.
It is awful, man. This hurts a lot. If you've ever had a cow bite on the inside of your leg, imagine that to your nerve to your neck. Would you like me to show
bite?
you? I'll show you.
I would absolutely not like you to touch me.
All right. Well, I know you're allergic to pain, so.
Here we go. Can Jake Wiley get sold? Whoa,
through.
What a throw from Jake.
Caught him with a back elbow. Here he comes again.
Big boot to the face.
Building some momentum.
Oh, wow.
Now he's got some momentum going.
Oh, that. Never been on the receiving end of that. Don't think I want to be. That looks
I wish you
horrid.
would be on the receiving end of that.
Why? Why would you wish that on?
I don't
elbow
like
strike.
your face.
Another elbow strike.
Caught him in the side of the ear with that forearm.
Kick to the
Cuts
leg.
his knee out from under him.
Big knee strike.
Caught him up near the
1, 2.
collarbone. Oh. Was that 2 or 3?
That was only 2.
All the raccoons in the trench coats still fighting.
Why are you harboring on this raccoon idea?
I'm not sure. I've never seen Kimchi without his mask. My assumption is he's a series of raccoons.
By that logic, then why are you not Batman? I've never seen you and Batman in the same place.
That's a good question. What? I mean, that's a good question.
I walked right into that, and I feel bad about it.
Oh, setting him up. He's on the top rope. Point of the elbow right in the middle of the spine there by Kimchi.
Both guys are up here, and this doesn't typically end well for anyone.
Oh, he got him again. That dangerous 12-6 elbow that Kimchi's throwing.
Whoa.
Whoa!
My God!
Good grief! Not the way Kimchi wanted to end his night.
Wait a minute. Jake's lining something. Oh, my God! Big double stomp. That's 1,
Good night.
2, 3. Wow.
Big match. I'll tell you what. Kimchi came to fight tonight.
He absolutely did, and I don't know that he had enough. Wow.
I was impressed by Kimchi tonight.
I was very impressed by Kimchi.
We've seen him sort of, get caught up in his own antics sometimes and lose matches as a result. But tonight he really came to fight. And
just one step.
Yeah,
that's all it took. One misstep.
If he'd caught him a little different on the top rope, Jake Wiley might have been looking up at the lights. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight again in the future.
I don't think I would mind it either.
That was a good fight. Tell you what, speaking of good fights, man, we are about to our end here tonight. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I thought you did an all right job tonight.
Hey, thank you.
I think next time, if you're called in to host again, if you could wear some sort of face covering so we didn't have to look at your very punchable face.
What is with you and wanting to punch my face? Why?
You just have one of those
I
faces.
have a gorgeous face. Why do you keep wanting to ruin that?
No, it's
These
not.
people love seeing my face.
Like when you see a punching bag, you're like, oh, I want to punch that thing.
No, that is not what happens when you look at my face. My face
exactly. It's very
elicits
punchable.
beauty.
I think, you know what, before we go, what we didn't do tonight, we do every show. Talk about the fans' comments.
Oh, yay.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
It would only let me go back to 7:15, so if I'll have to read the other ones prior to that. Of course, ban the whistle is always a great idea.
No, it's not.
Absolutely not. No one likes that. Let's see. Who all's out there tonight? Pat and Frodo. If you comment prior to 7:15, they've taken it away from me already here. Brandy Wolf's out there. Nathan's out there again. Always great fans. A lot of the names we're seeing here. Frankie's back again. Let's see. Heather Alley. Man, the Alley clan, they're always great. They always show up in big numbers. Joe Herbula is a fan of Kimchi, apparently. Somebody called him a boring beekeeper.
I don't know that I'd agree with those things.
The beekeeper part.
The beekeeper, I think I'd agree with.
Yeah.
Boring, not so much, especially after what we just witnessed in there from him. I don't think you can call him boring.
Brett Query, he's always a great fan, comes to all of our live show. Ace of Names. Plowman is his name, John Plowman. He's a great fan out there. Z Meister Z. Johnny Boy.
Hey, good old Johnny Boy.
Let's see. K-Bear's out there saying, Daniel Exotic, he was on the show and then went into the chat room and talked to the fans. Nice guy. Michael Kerr. He's not you're such a big fan of Dave Meltzer. He's not a fan of Dave Meltzer.
I'm not a fan of David Meltzer. I don't even know if his name is David.
It might be. I'm not sure.
Who knows? Who cares?
Oh, my God. Coach Lance Payne was in there, but his name on the thing is the great Coach Payne.
Because he is great. That's an undeniable fact. He is PWI's Wrestling Manager of the Year. He has a sign that says it.
Nothing great about that guy. Linda Knowles out there, big fan of Big Lenny and Daniel Exotic.
Yvonne Burns, I'm seeing, watching from Johnstown.
Always watching from Johnstown. Sabrina Slagers, again, saying ban the whistle. That's always great idea. Todd Orsich is out there. You forgot about King David Lawless. He is the king, man, and he'll be there this Saturday.
Along with the heir apparent, Chris LaRusso
They will be there. They will be there at the coronation.
Is that what that is?
That's what I'm told. Loyal Blue Flocks is out there. Morgan's out there. Howdy Imagine Family. Lisa Robinson's out there. A lot of great folks watching tonight. We always appreciate you guys tuning in. It's time for us to call it another week. We cannot wait to see you this Saturday. If you haven't done it already, there's 55. There was 50. I don't know how many people. What?
This is Sabrina Slager.
Yeah?
Do you not see her comment?
Yeah, it's a wig.
It's not a wig.
Let me pull it.
Go ahead.
No, I don't want to embarrass
That's
her
what I
on
thought.
live TV.
It is my hair.
But yeah, it's this Saturday night. Like I said earlier, if unless we sold some tickets tonight, we're down to just 6 VIP tickets. It's going to be a packed house, and we look forward to seeing all of you. Remember, 5 to 6, Santa Claus will be there, free for anybody, whether you're coming to the show or not. And then, yeah, it's the last show of the year. You don't
Last
wanna miss
show
out.
of the year.
Yep. So we can't wait to see you this Saturday. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in just 3 days.